I forgot to schedule today. Oh, not good. I can't even find me. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jamie. I'm trying to find me. I'm not finding me. Oh, boy. Hi, Nick. Hi, Kathy. I forgot to schedule today. I got so wrapped up in changing all those price stickers that I forgot to schedule it. And I'm not finding me. So I'm not going to be able to see the chat. Hi, Nancy, Christine, Heather. Let's see. All right, let me go out. And then back in. And I'm still not there. So I can't really see who all's here yet because I can't even find me. Videos, home, live. Is that it? You guys, forgive me. I'm struggling here. Trying to find me so that I can see the chat. And I'm not finding me. Me and technology just don't get along. Let me go completely out. And then come back in. Well, if everybody else is finding me, it's just I'm not finding me. So I go to my channel. There I am. I found me. Forgot to turn the volume down. Okay. Now we got it. You have this problem sometimes too? It's weird. Well, hi, Kimberly. Hi, Joan. Rosebud Studio Fiber Arts. Amy. Other Nancy. I'm sure I missed a whole bunch of you guys trying to figure out where I was at with this. So, hi. It's been a day. No, I am not lost anymore. I found myself. So, I wanted to, on Wednesday, change all those, reprice all the stuff that I had to throw in the dryer. You were just talking about me, Mary? Better all have been good. But I didn't do that Wednesday. I remembered that I had this little girl that wanted a rainbow clam. So I was working on a rainbow clam. It took forever. You know, because she's like, I need it this big. You know, she didn't want just a little one. I need it this big. So it took forever. And then I didn't do it on Thursday because I was still working on that clam Thursday morning. And then I made sharks for a custom order. And then, well, you know, just how it goes. Things just didn't happen. So I did it today. That's all done. And all the plushies I've already shown you guys, everything is priced. It's in the bags. So, and now I'm behind again. What is the name of the sewing machine on the messenger bag video? It is just a Singer heavy duty, just a cheap old Singer sewing machine. Probably cost under $100 at Walmart when I bought it. I don't know what they cost now. Did the guy get the sloth? No, he did not. He wasn't there that Friday, so we'll see. But, you know, it did rain, so that I'm sure that kept some people away. You crocheted 3 mediocre things this week? Well, I know you did a pickle. I saw you do that on your live. So you did 3 other things than the pickle, Heather? Hi, Mary Jo, Rose, Lisa. I know I missed a lot of people, so hello to everybody. So I guess because I sold so many car swings last time and I haven't had a chance to make any yet. No, 2 pickles and a little dragon thingy. Lizard. Well, they're close cousins, dragon, lizard. So I need to make swings for some car swings. And that's easy for me to keep track of and still be able to read the chat and talk. So hi, Alma. Hi, Judy. What do you mean, whatever, Heather? Heather, they're all still related to dragons and dinosaurs, so they're cousins. Yes, the cow is gone. You're making keychain bag charms? Hi, Virginia. You're in Orlando at a conference, but you wanted to say hi. Well, hi, Carla. You're like 45 minutes away. The cow has been buried. The cow is retired. Jessica, whose Labubu pattern did you use? Hi, Tracy. Yeah, it's been put out to pasture, all right. Well, Carolyn, hello. And Claremont is even closer. I am making some swings for car swings because I sold a lot last time and they always do well for me. So if I have the swings done as I make the critters, I can just attach them. And these are easy for me to do and not lose track very badly. 2 gnomes working on 5 baby dragons. You have one in July? I don't know who that is, Susan. Working on Nixie, is that how you say it? The alien from Grim Grinning Goats. Now, is Grim Grinning Goats a designer? Or is that a show? I don't know. You keep saying cow, and my husky, who I call a cow, keeps looking up. Catching up on your temperature blanket? Ugh. I did not have fun with my temperature blanket. Hi, Jose. My favorite item to crochet? I'm not really sure I have a favorite. And I have been crocheting since I was like in the 3rd grade, however old you are in 3rd grade. They are a designer? Okay. Hi, Letitia. You used a free IG pattern called Mini Labubu by Cotton and Cat. Okay. I haven't seen that one. Not on Etsy, but they have a website. Your reaction to temperature blanket made me laugh. I just did not have fun with that. But I really think it was because my colors. My colors were just like, my whole blanket looked like it was fall. And it was huge. And I was trying to avoid having the wall-to-wall carpet, and it was just huge. So if I ever decide to do one again, I think it would be probably in a granny square and 1 square for a week. Let's see. I am hating my temperature blanket this month. You know, it's in the beginning, you're all hyped up about it and excited, and you can't wait for the temperatures to happen. And then after about 3 or 4 months of it, you just want to like torch it. Mary, a temperature blanket is where you do 1 row a day. You pick either the high or low temperature for the day for your area, and you do a row. You assign colors like in, say, 10-degree increments. And so if it's 90 degrees, whatever color you assigned to 90 degrees, you would crochet a row. That's the most common way. Some people do granny squares, some people do it weekly, some people do low temperatures, some do the average for the day. But it took forever. Now, if you're going to do a historical temperature blanket, that would be more interesting because you can actually work on it and get it done instead of it taking a whole year. See, Nick? Great minds think alike. The mama made patterns are written. I can't do them. What? What? You had trouble with the cows. Y'all must be talking about something that I don't know what you're talking about. You're exactly right, Misty. That's why I won't make one. What did Misty say? I've avoided temperature anything because living in Florida. Pretty much. Mine, I had a lot of brown. Mine had a lot of brown. What do you think about how many dollars I put for an hour crocheting? Well, that depends. I know, for example, Mary, she's in the chat, she does hers at $25 an hour. I think Stacy does hers at $15 an hour. It just depends on you, on, you know, how do you want to pay yourself minimum wage or do you want to pay yourself better than minimum wage? I mean, it's completely up to you what you charge an hour. Let's see. Sell them for 20 each. Maybe I'll bump them to 22. What do we sell for 20 each? You guys have left me behind. Okay. Time to up your price a few dollars. I don't, y'all have lost me. Oh, for nibbles. That's what you guys are talking about. I think a lot of people do 25 on nibbles. You know, just that, I think that depends on, again, it depends on you. What kind of prices your area can handle, you know, how long did it take, and, you know, figure out how much it really cost you to make it so that you are actually making money on it. Let's see. You've made 6 and sold them all? I still have my last 2 that I made. At the last market they didn't sell. But we had rain. We'll blame the rain. What is Nibbles? This is Nibbles. The Cookie Mouse. So he kind of goes along with that book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. That wasn't my intention when I made him because I had never heard of that story. But I had made a different style mouse and someone said, you need to give that mouse a cookie. And I'm like, okay, I don't know why, but okay. And then I ended up doing my own thing with the mouse and gave it a cookie. And then my daughter says it looks just like the mouse in the book. So we had to look it up, and it does look like the mouse in the book. Long story. Let's see. Do you have to have a license for... Oh, for your... Well, it depends on what type of business it is. And then we fall under the, what do they call that? Cottage, something like that. But I haven't had to do it. I just, like, for my taxes and stuff, I do it like a 1099 type situation, and I haven't. If I actually sat down and talked to my accountant, he would probably tell me that I should, but I don't want to have to pay for 2 tax things per year. Not to mention to have him do everything monthly. Let's see. Lisa, you're missing out. You need to make it. Everybody's selling all their cookie mice. You hate what yarn? What yarn do we hate? Worsted weight? Depends on what you're making. I don't like it for doing this. Hi, Fuzzy Butt. Nibbles is a good seller for me as well. Everybody has said that their Nibbles sells really well. So we got one swing done. That's all you used is the 4-weight? Because I have to use such a small hook, and then I end up getting that death grip on everything, and it really makes my hands hurt. So for this stuff, but like to make a blanket or something else, I have no problem with using a 4-weight. Quincy, Illinois. Will I sell my Minecraft bee pattern? That would require me writing it up. And then finding a different name for it besides Minecraft, because that would get me in trouble. 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'd have to get pattern testers, and it would be a process, that's for sure. How did you learn doing your own patterns? Well, trial and error. After you make enough of these and you've read enough of other people's patterns, you start to learn the tricks, and just by making stuff, you learn what the decreases and increases do, and you just kind of take notes as you go and hope you can decipher your scribble when you're done. I mean, that's what I do. Look at everybody saying, I'll test for you. One, 2, 3, 4, 6 granny squares? How would that work? Because you would need to make it a little more like rectangular than square. Doug the digital bee. Four for the body, one for the face, and for the rear. But then it's square. You wouldn't need it to be a little more rectangular? What is wrong with dough? Oh, Doug? Nothing's wrong with Doug. Four rectangles and 2 squares. There you go. Mary's got it down. And then you'd need to get pretty fancy with those squares to get the stripes to go around the body. It's hip to be square. Break's over. I'll watch the rest when I get home tonight. Have a good night. Tapestry style. Can you do that with a granny square? Hi, Nancy. Now we have 3 Nancys in the house. Let's see. Hi, Lori. So I told you guys I was trying to make a bunch of sharks, you know, and like build up sharks for Shark Week. Hi, Jennifer. Well, then I'm in Heather's Live Wednesday. And one of you guys, I don't think she's here, says, can I get one of each of your sharks? And I'm like, yep. So she got one of each of the sharks and then a Labubu, the head part for the bag charm. So now I have one less shark than I had the other day, but made 2 more, if that makes sense. So just bought your pattern for the cookie, the mouse with the cookie. You'll like it. They sell really good. So yeah, I didn't get anywhere with sharks. So I did her 2 sharks, the hammerhead and the regular shark, with my Sweet Snuggles Light Stash. And it came out so much nicer than with the brights. I guess that particular skein of gray that I had with the brights was like kind of a ratty looking skein because they didn't look as good as they do with the Sweet Snuggles Light. But I don't have enough of that stuff to make a whole bunch. You were in high school when the song came out. Graphgan. Okay, yeah, I've done Graphgans before. I actually have a couple of Graphgan patterns in my Etsy shop. I like doing those. They take a long time. Not been sleeping well of late, so it's 1:30 a.m. You're off to bed. Oh, good night, Joan. I don't think any of us have been sleeping good lately, especially with this heat. Nibbles is on your hook now, Inga. You doing a boy or a girl, Nibbles? Huey Lewis in the news. Same in San Diego with the sleep. I know, I've been waking up 3-4 times a night, and it's not fun when you can't at least get a solid 4 hours. Too hot here in New Mexico, I bet. And then, it has rained here like every freaking day. Like just before I came on, the thunder, I'm surprised we're still not hearing it. It was so loud. And I was like, well, if the power goes out, I'll be saying goodnight early. But every day, so I'm a little worried about that for next weekend. But I'm going to be a whole lot more prepared. You have a market tomorrow, so no hope of sleeping. I don't sleep good on the night before a market, especially if it's a morning market. I do not sleep good at all. The brain just will not shut off. You did hear thunder in the beginning? Yep. A high of 60. Oh, I'm jealous. I am jealous. I wish it was 60 here. 94 in Texas today. 95 in Pennsylvania. Ugh. So what we figured we would do is, if they're calling for rain on that Saturday, of say 40% chance, 30% chance or higher, we're going to put the sidewalls up halfway down, like just to below under the table. We'll have those prepared. That way, if it takes us a minute to drop them the rest of the way, everything's not getting wet. But I also want to pick up some of those, the clear drop cloths that painters use that are plastic. They're like $2 or $3 for a drop cloth, and that way I can just like throw them over the table, and it's not like a big major super expensive expense, because yeah, I don't want to do that again. Jennifer, me too. I'm hoping for no rain as well. It's just, ugh. And then they're supposed to do fireworks when it's over, so you don't want people to get rained out of their fireworks either. You'll take some there? Some rain, Nadine? We have plenty of it. But you know, when I first moved here, I was used to, like down in St. Pete, every afternoon, like 4 o'clock, you'd get a thunder shower. It'd last maybe 30 minutes and it was gone. Up here, I feel like I moved into the rainforest. In the summertime, it rains every freaking day. Every day. Add magnets to the end so that they stay down. See, my tables are plastic. Well, they could stick to the legs. Yeah, that's a good idea. And I do have magnets. We just went through the red flag warnings for the fires. Like, we couldn't do anything either. And then once the rain starts, it just doesn't go away for the whole summer. You have a small show next Friday? Ooh, my hook is loose in there. I hope that's not getting ready to break. That would be devastating. This is my most popular hook size. I better order one. I better order one, or we'll have some problems. Yes, this is a Clover hook. This is a 5mm. You have a market tomorrow? Well, good luck. Hope you have a fabulous market. You don't get your 4.5 and your 5mm confused with them both being blue? I've done that a few times, picked up the wrong hook. You do a farmer's market every Saturday. Do you like it, Cheryl? It might be a lighter blue, but they're very similar. It's especially when you have really bad lighting like I have. Hi, Shannon. Your thumbnail is so small, I'm trying to decide if that is Snuggle Beans Shannon or a different Shannon. Hi, Faith and Loops. It's 10, 12, 13, 14. Letitia, you have them every Saturday too? The same place every Saturday? It's a mystery. Oh, come on. The thumbnail's like super tiny. You think it is our Shannon? So you do farmer's market every weekend. They want your cooking more than your crocheting? Well, I could see that. At the markets that I go to, any of the little food vendors that do like baking, you know, the bread makers, the cookie makers, the people who canned like pickles and whatever other vegetables that people can, they always seem to do really well. And I'm like, I want to see where my food's being made. So I have a hard time shopping with those kind of people. And I'm sure it's just fine. I'm just weird like that. I like to see where my food's being made. You work harder now crocheting than you did at a regular job? I don't look at it as work. Now, the pricing part, that is work. But doing this part, I don't look at it as work. It's for me, it's fun. My avatar is a turtle on Milo's head. I Yes, but you can barely see that on here. You're making a Snuggle Beans dragon using Bernat blanket. It's going to be huge. Out of Bernat, it's going to be huge. Oh, what a difference in the speed that these come up. Like on my phone, the message about last weekend being a bust just showed up on there. What a difference in the timing. Let's see. Fun till your inventory goes down to 5 to 100 plushies. Well, yeah, then it does end up being kind of like work, Mary. Let's see, your market last Saturday was a bust as well. After fees, I think I netted about $30. Ugh, those are rough. I make fresh breakfast burritos, hamburgers, and cheeseburgers. I put together a trailer that looks like a chuck wagon. Oh, that's cool. Another bee book in green. Nice, Heather. I like those. I'm telling you, you're going to make me buy a machine. And like, I have room for another machine. Bigger the better, or go home, I say. Let's see. Yep, it's gonna be huge. Let's see, just an extra notebook. So you want the extra part where you write in it. I wish I had that problem. I have like 5 bags of plushies and I only sell about 20 per market. I average 40 a market. Well, looky, looky, it's Joe's Web is in the house. How you doing? Six, 10. Okay, just making sure I'm not getting too long here. 16, 20. Living the dream. Which dream would that be? You took a social media break for a while. Yeah, but you can't count YouTube as social media if you make videos. Facebook, Instagram, that type of thing, yes, but not YouTube. I am still not used to so much less hair. Heather, your hair looked fantastic. I was sitting there and I'm going, why does she look so different? And then all of a sudden it just clicked. Oh my God, she cut her hair. And it looks great. I love it. Life is a roller coaster. Yep. Palm Street, I don't know a whole lot about it. Actually, I don't really know anything about it except for what I've heard a few other crochet YouTube people say about it. So, I don't know. Only 10 inches, Heather? I think maybe it was more than 10. You should go chin length. Now that's a little drastic. You got to go in stages, Mary. Shannon, if she won't show you a picture, just go to last Wednesday's live and you'll see it with her moving, and so you get all kinds of angles. You just made it to my live. Right now it's 110 degrees in Arizona, just sitting here crocheting some fishes, sharks, and squids and staying cool in the house. I agree. Stay inside. Here it's the humidity gets me more than the heat. It's like, it's so humid, you step outside and it just takes your breath away. Her hair does look nice, Beth. I agree, 100%. You would look so cute. I know this. You know, let's see, did you donate your hair? Don't you have to have that all figured out ahead of time, Mary? Hi, Julie. It's hibernation time in Phoenix. Yep. Yep, yep. Just saw the hair. Lovely. Yes, it is. It looks very nice. You used to live in Louisiana for a couple of years when your hubby was in the military. It was brutal. Yes. I did. I did freehand my Minecraft bee. I mean, I took notes because that's like the second one I made, but I didn't do a very good job at taking notes. So when I got towards the end, I'm like, okay, now what? So I had to like refigure it out. I need to start planning on taking like extended vacations during hurricane season. But I need to figure out where's a good place to go that isn't going to get wiped out by an earthquake or a tornado or a flood or, I don't know, a volcano, any of those kind of things. I just want to go and be somewhere where I can just enjoy life and chill and not have to worry about a natural disaster. Will they let me stay that long, Heather? You want to know that safe place too? Yeah. Colorado. Well, they get, I left out wildfires. Colorado catches on fire. But if I went to Colorado, I do have a place that I could stay like the entire time for free. And no place anymore is right. I know, I was just thinking about that, Heather. I was almost going to say, do you want to give it a try tonight? And then I forgot to even schedule. I've like, what is wrong with me? Too slacker live. Ha 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 ha. Oh. Come visit in the mountains. But you have volcanoes, Desiree. You have volcanoes in Hawaii. Connecticut, Rhode Island, Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire. You know what? All those places are really nice, but they are still on the East Coast and still could have a hurricane. Seattle, but the spiders would probably be considered a natural disaster. They would. That's too funny, yes. Especially if they're out in the summertime. Oh my gosh. Poor spiders. Huh. When they give you a heart attack, there's no such thing as poor spider. Those things are like public enemy number one. Okay. Your 8-legged critters get a bad rap? That's because they're creepy. You had an earthquake in Ohio? It's probably from all that fracking. What's good for the environment? A spider? Whose environment? Not mine. Seeing a jumping spider eating ice cream off of someone's fingernail. It was super cute. No. If they see you naked, they have to die. Oh, you left Ohio 11 years ago during a level 2 snowstorm emergency. See, now I don't think that between June 1st and November 30th I'd have to worry about a snowstorm. I would hope not. But I don't know. It's like there isn't a weather safe or natural disaster safe place to go anymore. What's not in Nova Scotia, Heather? Oh, lucky to see snow by January. Didn't you guys get snow last year early? I'm with you. I am with you. Spiders, nope. Don't want to touch them. Don't want to look at them. Definitely don't want them crawling on me. Good night, Misty. Enjoy your dinner. You had a white Christmas? I thought maybe you guys, like something happened that you guys got some snow early. See, if I went somewhere and it snowed, I'd be stuck because I don't know how to drive in the snow. Never done it. I wouldn't even know how to dress for the snow. Never had to. Tina, that is way too much snow. My grandfather used to catch spiders in his mouth and walk them. Oh, God, Mary, I could have lived without hearing that. Ugh, that's awful. Slugs are creepy. My son, about 5 a.m., I turned over and felt something squishy, and then it moved, and I... Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I would have been able to go back to sleep after that one either. Heather. Hello, Jennifer from South Dakota. Oh, you've seen people that live where it snows and they don't know how to drive in it? I'm sure. I would, yeah. I'd be stuck in the house. Well, I stay in the house anyways now, so what difference would it make? Wouldn't be any different than here. But I'm not stuck. I'm here by choice. Oh. Yeah, you have tornadoes? Yep, people that grew up in the snow don't know how to drive in it. Well, good morning, Trish. So it's Saturday over there already? Do you know what our Friday winning lottery numbers are by chance? No, Heather. No video of that. Not at all. Not at all. You are so lucky to have your weather. It just rains all the time in Wales. Well, it kind of just rains all the time here too in the summer. $20. Got 6 inches of snow in January in southern Louisiana. I probably won't see that for another 100 years or so. I won't ever see that. Although I do remember when I was in, I want to say 7th grade, and I'm relating it to school because I was at school when it happened, and I lived down in Sarasota, which is probably an hour and a half to 2 hours south of me, and it was snowing. And everybody got up and ran out of the classroom to see it snow, and it was just these little flakes, and they melted before they hit the ground. That is my experience with snow. Fun, huh? Let's see. How do you decide which brand of yarn to use? Is it by color, feel, size, or price? Well, Carolyn, that depends on what you want to make. For me, feel has a whole lot to do with it. And of course, color, because some things you want to use a certain color and it might only come in one particular brand. Some things, the size of the yarn, because you want something to be bigger than what it is, so you use bigger yarn, so you can do the same amount of stitches to have a bigger item. You're making Mona Brown using up your Bernat. That comes out pretty big in Bernat too. We will all be checking our sheets tonight for spiders and slugs. Yes, Mary. Definitely. You had to pull a tick. You know what, Heather, you need to be careful with that. I don't know if you watch Miss A crochet, but she got bit by a tick and she got Lyme disease. So you be real careful. You go outside or pet your dog or anything, you should be checking yourself. Make sure you don't have any ticks on you. 250 inches of snow every year. That's a lot of snow. Winter, spring, fake spring, and construction. Aha, Canada. You also had to pull a tick off myself the other day, Heather. They are so bad. Y'all be careful with that stuff. That's why I don't even like to go outside, because of the bugs. You're on a yarn ban. You're running out of room, so I'm using my wool, acrylic, and cotton to make hanging plants. Yeah, but those skeins aren't very big, so you're not going to clear up much space unless you make a whole bunch. I took mine and put them all in totes so that I could have the shelf space. Good night, Nadine. You got one off Milo. It was dead. He's on. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Now there's a new disease that they just discovered in Connecticut in ticks. Google it, because I can't remember the name of the disease. I just can't. Snowy, you're on a ban. Oh, Sowie. Sowie. Okay, this summer, scorpions started popping out. I've never seen a scorpion in the wild till this year. Scary. Oh my gosh. That would freak me out. There is one disease where you can't eat red meat. Huh? What, from a tick? You'd have to become a vegetarian. Good night, Teresa. Getting the heebie-jeebies. Oh, just be careful. What is everyone making tonight? I'm making a Zazzy Dragon from Snuggle Beans. I'm making swings for my car swings. Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever. Is that the one with no red meat, Lorraine? Don't think we have those here. Let's change the subject. Yes. Just sewed the last applique on your under the sea blanket, making it for your first grandson. Yay! That would be for doing a happy dance. Letitia, I'm not going to read that one out loud because it will make me scratch. Ugh. Making April's new pattern, Max the Market Kitty, fast make. Boho Granny square baby blanket. Good night, Shauna. You're making an Amy donut with Red Heart kit. Fine weight yarn belongs in the trash. Oh no. Alpha Gal is... Okay, I've never heard of that one either. Did giraffe parts this morning and working on blanket for charity here in Phoenix. I need to get my plushy Crojo back. I can't seem to manage anything but the granny stitch. That's because the granny stitch is an awesome stitch. And you can do so many things with it. Let us know how it goes. I bought it today, but I'm too busy making money. Money the monkeys? You mean Mona? Oh, yep, Mona. That's what she meant. Okay. I think the black-legged... No, I don't want to read that one either. I'm making hot dog dogs. Does anyone make dinos or dragons? We all make dragons. And a lot of people do dinosaurs. I don't do many dinosaurs, but I do like making dragons. Shannon has some of the best dragons. Was it Hirschner's Warehouse? Loads of Sweet Snuggles and Sweet Snuggles lights for $5 a skein, but they were all the scratchy skeins. Ugh. I wouldn't get them even at $5. I'm making a beach duck with a floaty. I had a, what did I make that had the floaty on it? I think it was a pig. And it took forever to sell, but it finally did sell. But I could see the duck or a frog, even a flamingo. Something that's supposed to be in the water, but wears a floaty, just would be cute. You making scrump? They sell good. You do. What size scrump are you making, Nancy? Sleeping dragons and a dino. I want to make splooting stuff, but I can't. Heather, you can make one leg a day. One body part a day. Oh, I do have a fun dragon pattern. Mary, I do. Thank you for bringing that up. I always forget about him. Am I working on any new patterns? Not really. You're making lizards? Caroline dolls for 2 customers. Okay. Sitting scrumptious. One part a day? No, that would be torture. It would, but you'd be able to do the splooting critter. Let's see. One a day, true. I'm trying to wake up enough to crochet. I can't be sleeping at 8 p.m. You need to get up and move around. That's when I'll be sitting there trying to crochet and like my eyeballs are rolling in the back of my head and it's noon. I have to get up and move. Get up and go walk around the house, even if I just walk around in circles just to like get the blood flowing. It's like, no, it's too much. Let's see. Heather, can you link the dragon pattern, please? Yes. Let's see. You need to make more patterns like Mona. I do. Well, let's see. There's Mona, there's Zelda, and there's Moose. I don't know. I have to like, kind of like be in a mood for it. Let's see. Heather, you got it at least a little one. I made a 20-inch stitch. It's torture. The dragon pattern I used is from Megan Lapp. 3 is not enough. 3, what is not enough? Bonnie. Yeah, it's not working for me either. Do you make your own eyes? Sometimes, not very often. Only if I need a specific color and I don't already have the color disc for it. Only because I make a huge mess when I do it. But the best ones that I got was off of AliExpress. And I need to place another order. I've just been procrastinating. The ones that I've been getting off of Amazon for the sinker eyes have been crap. The backs break on them. So, I don't know. I just need to go ahead and bite the bullet and place the AliExpress order and get the darn eyes that I need. And order a whole bunch so that I don't have to think about it for a while. Are they clear? Which ones? The ones from AliExpress were very clear. Hi, Debbie. Got a new pattern I want to try this called Pippi Caramel Latte Cat. Sounds interesting. A caramel latte cat. Whose pattern are you using, Debbie? Okay, I hate when they don't add the little plastic film to protect the eyes. Most of the ones that I've gotten, they have them. Every now and then you might find one that doesn't, but they usually do. So you've never made eyes? Well, it's messy. All you're doing is, okay, that knot didn't work. You're either painting them or putting UV resin on them, but you're still using the safety eye. You're just decorating it. So you're not really making your eye. You've gotten good quality small eyes on Temu. Does that get here faster than AliExpress? Oh. Okay, moderators, don't boot him out. That's just John. Everybody say hi to John. You almost did, Mary? See, now, John, just remember, some of these ladies that are saying hi to you are some of the ones that said for me to have you sleep on the couch or to get bunk beds and take over the master bedroom for my yarn. Do I like using the velvet type yarn? It's okay. My favorite used to be Parfait Chunky because I loved how it felt. Not you, Inga. Heather, you weren't one of those girls? I don't know. Quilted Cupcake says, guilty as charged. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. That's a fact. A happy wife is a happy life. I don't know, my Parfait Chunky that I just got in with my last order, I opened it up and the white was absolutely awful. Remember when we got that really bad batch of the Ballet Pink and it was squeaky and it felt really yucky? It was just awful. Well, that's my white. And I just got it. I thought they fixed their issues. You know Mary was one. And thanks for all the hellos. Oh boy. So tired of the inconsistencies. I know, Lorraine, I agree. I agree, but what else are we going to use? You saw where someone else contacted Premiere and they offered to replace the bad stuff. I saw that too, but I don't remember who it was that said that. I do not remember who it was. Only thing is if you need it right then, are you going to use it or send it back? I suffered through it because I needed the white right then. So Bonnie, they replaced your bad yarn? Shannon, last year, they were having a rough time with some of that stuff. It was really bad. They need more than one, Heather. They should, as a company. It was Katie. You feel they are producing so fast for demand that the quality is poor. Well, I'm sure the demand's a lot higher now because of not being able to get yarn anywhere. So, and then the people in Australia, like, they have it way worse than we do at getting yarn. Like, I think Hobie's not going to ship to them anymore. You know, it's like, that would really stink. Why do you guys use Premier yarn? Because they have very soft chenille. I wouldn't call it blanket yarn, but it's nice. It's one of the nicer yarns out there to make these plushies with. At least I think it is, when it's right. You are patiently waiting on Michaels to get Sweet Snuggles Light and Home Slim back. Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath, Bonnie. You know that Zach Daddy has a really good chenille in Australia. Yes, and Lorraine is right. The color choices, they do have a lot of nice color choices. Way more than Sweet Snuggles Light or Home Slim. Yep, we're still here. See a lot of Americans saying Sweet Snuggles Light is back. I'm still waiting here in Canada. I couldn't tell you, Marina. I have not been to a store. I have not looked at Michaels online. So I have no idea if they've got the good stuff back or not. I know the last time I got it, it was awful. Never cooked dinner faster in your life? Oh boy. Well, that's what I just did those sharks out of yesterday. If I didn't already have it boxed up, I'd show you, but the box is already taped closed. I just need to print out the shipping label. But they turned out so much nicer in that Sweet Snuggles Light or Home Slim, whichever one it is that has the, not the darkest shade of gray, like the medium shade of gray. And it was just, it looks so much nicer. Central Florida Michaels is really disappointing. See, now I have never tried Himalaya Dolphin Baby. I don't even know where to get that. And it probably costs way too much. A crunchy skein of SSL. Oh, gosh. Nope. Nope. I mean, I can, for the most part, if it's a bad skein, most of the time I can suffer through it. Depends on what I'm making. With the exception of Bernat. If I get an old formula Bernat, I can't. It's like I'd have to do something teeny tiny like this little bee, and then I'm done. Let's see. Oh, I know. I hadn't used mine in a while. With the shedding, I had not used it in a while, and the other day I'm using it, and I'm just like, just covered from head to toe, and it's all over the floor. It is everywhere. It does shed terribly. Hi, Kathy. You're not late. We're still here. Premier does have this kind that they sell at the dollar store. And this kind is much, much thinner than the Parfait Chunky, which I do not have one close to me. Oh, but I have a little piece of one. This was a piece of white that was good. Pink you'll be able to see better. So this is the chenille, or just chenille, and that's Parfait Chunky. And they look very close to being the same size, but they definitely are not. This is much bigger. This feels more like a velvet to me than the Parfait Chunky does. it's okay. It's not my favorite to work with, but I do use it for a lot for like putting a little blush cheeks and things like that. At least the pink I do. Oh, good night, Barbara. You're making a couch potato? Is this the wrong time to say I'm manufacturing yarn to hopefully replace Sweet Snuggles Light? Yeah, I don't think it's the wrong time to say it. The Dollar Tree ones have a bit of a shine like velvet. Yes, they do. I think they feel very much so like velvet. Loops and thread blanket yarn, and it was shedding, so I crochet on my lunch in my car, and I had fibers all over your... Oh, you probably had fibers everywhere, Jose. You're using what right now, Letitia? Which yarn? I was just saying I opened up a package of white that I just got last week, and it feels not nice. It's very rough and kind of like the ballet pink that we were getting there for a while. Keep those lint rollers handy. I know I have to get some more. I keep forgetting. The Dollar Tree just chenille. I have one mint green. That probably wouldn't be enough unless I did. Boy, that'd come out really tiny. If I did that little teeny tiny scrump, that would be like this big in that stuff. The whites have been bad for a year. Well, I've gotten some good ones. Somebody that's never bought it before might not notice, but when you have people like us that use the stuff all the time, we will notice the slightest little difference. What is a scrump? Scrump is, in the other room, Scrump is the little doll from Lilo and Stitch that Lilo makes when all the other kids have a doll and she doesn't, so she makes herself one. If you look at the thumbnail on my last video, it's me holding 4 Scrump dolls. And you'll be able to see what it is. You just rinse it and go again. Where did you get that at? That would be perfect for at home. Scrump is Lilo's doll in Lilo and Stitch, yes. It's about 8 inches using one strand. Whose pattern are you using? Just curious. Well, good night. 1:30 in the UK. Oh, well, thank you for sticking around for that long. I've never seen Lilo and Stitch, but I know who they are. And it's one that one of these days I'll watch it, maybe. You got it off, rather, Amazon or Kmart for about $3. Huh. Crochet Grove, so you're doing the one that's sitting, and it's about 8 inches. I just sold that one, And I did it out of the chenille brights. And I want to say that it sat like, it was a good size, but they wanted a really big one. That's why I did it out of that. Let's see, the original animation is great. Reviews on the new one, not so much. Nick, that's because people are spoiled. You can't always go by the reviews. People are just spoiled. They like what they like, and that's it. Hi, Stacy. You just getting home from work? Hi, Tara. Is it Tara or Tara? But hi, how are you? What are we doing? We, meaning me and the mouse in my pocket, are making swings for the car swings. You made the sister character not as loving from what I understood, added more characters too. Oh, they... Okay, well, see, I wouldn't know the difference. Tara. Okay, cool. $20. Let's see. Got a lot of people coming later tonight. So maybe I should wait to start until 8 instead of 7. But then that would be really late for people over in the UK. Yeah, that would be no. I better not. I'll just keep it where it is. Happens all the time. Happy to catch you live. Been a while. So for everyone that's coming in late, y'all missed quite the conversation. They were torturing me with spiders and ticks and scorpions. And then John popped in the chat for a visit. So you guys missed out. Hi, April. Yes, bugs. Ew. Ew, ew. How do you start getting recognized on social media? I have no clue. Other than you just have to keep putting yourself out there. Oh. Yeah, y'all planned that for the three of y'all to all join at the same time. Y'all were out having like some nice steaks and baked potatoes for dinner and just said, all right, let's all just go jump in. I think I want to change colors now. I'm getting tired of gray. Let's do some green. So April, I was watching your video. You didn't hog up all the good freebie patterns for the challenge, did you? Yeah, steak and potato does sound good. But I had pizza. We actually already ate dinner early. You tried? Yeah, you had a couple of them that's on my to-do list that I just haven't got to, that you had on there. As long as you haven't made the ones that I made, you can make them too. I have so many saved that I haven't made yet. Unfortunately, though, I come across a lot of them that have issues in the patterns. Tracy, I am making the swings for the little critters, the car swings. I'm just doing the swing part because it's easier for me to do this and still be able to read and chat with everybody and then not get frustrated because I keep losing where I'm at. Oh, it was. We had, well, I would go get the $5 pizza that's now $6 pizza at Little Caesar if I was buying. But because John was buying, he got us Pizza Hut stuffed crust. I'm cheap like that. It's like, it tastes just as good to me, so. Yes, the Elmo is cute. I saw Tracy did that Elmo, and it's like, that one I want to try. That one was really cute. A chicken leg with wings? That's funny. A chicken leg with wings. That could be an interesting combination there, Jose. You had Little Caesars tonight. It's Pizza Friday. See? And because I'd just go in and pick up like 2 pepperoni and I'll eat what you want. And you get off cheap that way. But go to Pizza Hut, you're looking at a $60 tab. You had pizza tonight too, April? Yep. It was John's night to cook, so we got pizza. You had some potato soup. Potato soup? Stacy, did you put some ham or something in there? Lobster rolls? Oh, that sounds yummy. Tacos. Leftover Mexican. Yeah, that's good too. Lisa, when he's being cheap, just tell him Little Caesars, $6 pizza. Lorraine had pizza too. Don't want to ruin all the cheesy potato goodness with ham. You gotta have some meat. Where did you buy it from? Let's see. It's whatever Mom has the energy to make. Tonight it was spaghetti. We had spaghetti last night. That's all I had the energy to make. Meatball sandwiches, those are good. Steak and potatoes, that's the best. Enchiladas. Okay, yes, enchiladas. Potato salad? No. Oh, good night, Heather. Good luck tomorrow. Yeah, you got to stay on top of those leftovers to get out of hand. You should have seen all the stuff I had to throw away the other day. It's like, don't even stick it in there if y'all aren't going to eat it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Jenna makes a really good potato soup. But hers isn't cheesy. Bye, Maya. Enjoy your pizza. We made her hungry. Let's see. Don't want anything hot when temps are 110. No, but some things just need to be hot. You have 2 adult grandsons living here, so never any leftovers. You are lucky, Bonnie. I threw so much stuff away the other day, it was depressing. French toast and egg casserole with sausage and 3 cheeses. That sounds yummy. No, let's see. 4 doggies love it when I clean out my fridge. Yeah, we don't have that anymore. But Flash used to love it when we clean out the fridge too. Cereal weather? Yep. Well, I don't know. When it's hot and then milk, ugh. Fuzzy, but you must be out here. We've been baking hot. Yes, you really are. You really are an influencer, influences people to buy pizza. If only I got kickbacks. That would be nice. Let's see. I can send them to live with you. I'll have space soon. Well, no, I won't, because I'm taking over that room so that I have a real craft room. So no, I don't have space for them unless they want to camp out. I got a big 1 acre yard. Let's see. Stepdad never saved leftovers. I finally asked why. He said his dad would combine all the leftovers together, throw ketchup on it, and call it goulash. Ugh. No. Gross. Ew. 18-year-old boy who just graduated high school and leaves for the Marines in like 2 weeks. Oh no. Oh. Absolutely, Alma. Keep them safe. Leftover pie, what is it? Oh, there's never dessert left over. BLTs are fantastic. I love those. It does sound disgusting. Lemon pepper chicken? No, no lemon pepper chicken. You can put the pepper on it, but keep the lemon. Have you ever made leftover pie? No. That must be what the pie comment was. Yeah, leftover pie, what is that? See, I totally took that one out of context. He is the baby out of 5 kids, empty nester soon. I know, that's mine here. Jenna's moving the 1st of the month. She's getting her own apartment. Hi, Tracy. So it'll be the first time in 40 years that I have not had a child in my house. It's going to be weird. Making crispy chicken potato tacos. Crispy chicken and potato tacos. That actually sounds good. Let's see. First time in 30 years. Yeah, it's weird for sure. I'm not going to know what to... Well, like I said, I have plans for the room, but it's going to be weird for... Like, I'm used to staying up till she gets home, and so I can make sure the door is locked. Not that I'm worried about her not getting here safely. It's, I need to make sure the door is locked at night. I have to be the one that locks the door type of thing. And then not having to do that, like I can just go to bed when I want to go to bed because I know the door is locked. It's going to be the strangest thing. And it's funny because John and I were talking about different things that we're going to change. Like, we won't have to buy as many groceries because it'll be one less person in the house. The electric bill will go down. We won't use as much toilet paper. We won't, just all kinds of stupid little things like that. Who we were talking about it the other day. It's going to be very strange and hard to get used to. For over 35 years, yeah. It's more time than what you know. What's even more funny is my husband's name is John also. You know what's even funnier? My dad's name is John. John's dad's name is John. And his name is John. But none of our kids' name is John. So, we put a stop to that. all that saved money, you can buy more yarn. Maybe. Shoot, just in toilet paper money. It's hard when they move out. My oldest grandchild is 17. I figured she'd be here longer just because of how expensive it is to rent these days. When I was her age, I paid like $360 a month for an apartment, and they're going to be paying almost $1,800 a month for an apartment. Now, that, of course, was like 40 years ago, but that is like extreme inflation for rent, if you ask me. 23 and 21-year-old boys left at home. They can't afford to live anywhere else. Rent is so expensive in Florida. I know, Carolyn. That's why I am so shocked that they're moving out. Or that she's moving out. That she's moving out because it's so expensive here. Too many Johns, like the name Jose. My oldest son, we named Zane. I guess it was a form of John. Oh, they always come back. Boomerang. Your oldest grandbaby just turned 27. 1,800. I know. And that's just in some little small rinky-dink town. I am not getting the kitty. I did not win custody. I will get visitation, though. Tracy, with your $600, is anything included? Like any of the utilities or anything? And then, though, if you convert your money to our money... Oh. Yours is way cheaper. Let's see, I was lucky. I looked after all 5 of my grandchildren until they started school. My kids are 30, 29, 26, 22, and now 18. $1,800 is cheap here. Hawaii is $3,000 to $4,000 for 3 beds. Oh my gosh. Kidnapped a kitty. I've been looking for a good hiding spot for him. $2,350 to $3,000 here for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Nope. So nothing's included. So 6, 12, 18, 2,400. That's a 4-week month. That's still cheaper than what they're going to be paying when you do the conversion and convert in money, your money to our money. You pay $1,820 a month for rent, and it's going up $120 per month upon lease renewal. Yeah. That just annoys me. It used to be, like, back in the day when I would have to rent an apartment, you'd sign a lease, and when it came time to renew the lease or move on, if you chose to renew the lease, it would go up like $20 a month, which wasn't horrible, but if you stayed in one place long enough, you know, after a while, that really starts to add up. Well, my oldest, they lived in an apartment down in St. Pete, and they probably lived there for, gosh, like 5 or 6 years at this apartment. And then all of a sudden the complex decided they didn't want to renew the lease. Well, it was because they wanted them to move out so that they can do more than a $20 a month hike. That same apartment that they lived in went up $400 a month on top of what they were paying. And that's why they were kicking all the long-term tenants out. Just Googled conversation. My $600 per week is $388 per week for you guys. Yeah, so it is a little bit cheaper there. The building I'm in, any new people moving in pay $2,500. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Kathy, when you sell your house, just don't sell it to one of those freaking, what are they called? Investor property people that buy up all the properties and jack up the rents on everybody. Oh, I'm sure. When we got this house, it was a foreclosed on house that the people in the area had stripped it. Like, there was no kitchen, there wasn't a working bathroom, there was no well pump, no air condition, nothing. So we paid cash for it and had to fix it up to make it livable. And what a difference it made going from paying that monthly mortgage or rent to not having to pay that. Not to mention the difference in the utility bills in my area versus from St. Pete. In St. Pete, 12 years ago, I was paying almost $400 a month for electricity. That's just the electricity. Didn't count water or telephone or cable or anything like that. Internet, nothing. That was just electricity. My electric bill here runs about, in the hot months, about 160, 170. Huge, huge difference. Your parents bought a home 1965 for $18,000. Now it's worth over $2 million. Isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh. Tara's taking notes. Daughter lives. Weather shock, yep. We got lucky. We just moved into a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and only paying $2,100, which includes water, sewer, and trash. You did get lucky. who helped me buy a house 15 years ago. I cannot imagine how anyone can afford to rent. The mortgage is still a big bite, but much better. Oh, these days you're better off. Well, I don't know what interest rates are now, but say like 3 years ago, interest rates were like 2 to 3%, and it was so much cheaper to buy than it was to rent. Oh, you're her landlord. She's got it good? Yeah, I bet. I'll never own my own home. Oh, I know. It's hard, Lorraine. This lady living in LA, she makes $300K a year and can't afford a home. That's nuts. Yes, it does. But you know what, Rose? The mortgage goes up every year. Not necessarily the part of the payment that is your house, but the property taxes and the homeowner's insurance every year. Every year. And this year was huge, especially for the insurance. This is depressing. Let's talk about yarn. We've talked about just about everything but yarn. Spiders, ticks, food. There isn't a single state in the USA you can afford a 2-bedroom house on minimum wage. Probably not. A lot of people have told me to stop talking about Turtle Lady. Tracy, you talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you're tired of talking about Turtle Lady, then don't talk about her. If you want to talk about Turtle Lady, you talk about her. You have every right. It's your channel. You talk about whatever you want to talk about. Sue, how's the weather up north? Did you do the graduation yet, Sue? Oh, we did talk a little bit about yarn. I bet it's not as hot as it is down here. And Sue, I had to break out the Benadryl. The mosquitoes are getting really bad. Let's see. So if you guys want to know about the Turtle Lady saga, just hop over to Travel Crochet on her YouTube. It's Travel Crochet. And she has this whole story about Turtle Lady. So that's how you find out about it. Let's see. Your son just had his yard sprayed for mosquitoes today. They're bad. From California. He used to saying Arizona, but now I live in this horrible state. Uh-oh. Use dryer sheets or Febreze. Both keeps mosquitoes off of you. What, you like rub yourself with the dryer sheet? Or you just like stuff it in your bra or stick it in your pocket? The channel is Travel Crochet with the Turtle Lady Saga. More rain equals standing waters equals mosquitoes. Yes, ma'am, Lorraine. It does. You make me want to grab my yarn and crochet hook and make something. Well, I got one green one done and the rest are gray. How many did I sit here and make? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 done. Now I just have to make 9 critters to go on them. Rub the dryer sheets on you and spray Febreze on you. Oh, vanilla extract. Don't know exactly how they use it. Okay, none of that sounds very fun. You just went outside to get a dog and have a ton of mosquitoes bite in 10 minutes. I'm telling you, Mary, it's awful. I haven't even stepped off my porch, and my porch is screened, and I have mosquito bites on me. Cedar side spray. Seen people grate Irish Spring bar soap and mix it with water and spray it all over your house. Mary, I had to bust mine out, the Benadryl. Oh my goodness. Back to bugs, yep. How to get rid of ants. Well, you take boracic acid. I think that's how you pronounce it. Have you ever seen the laundry detergent, that 20 mule horsepower or whatever? I forget what it's called. But if you mix that with powdered sugar, mix the two together like half and half, and just sprinkle that on top of the anthills, they will go away. Borax, yes, thank you, Kathy. But they can't tell the difference between the powdered sugar and the borax, and they carry that down into their nest, and all you need to do is get the queen, and they're gone. I mix that stuff up every year and go out, especially when it starts to rain. You start seeing that big anthills come up as the ground is getting saturated because it's raining every day. Get these big old anthills come up, and I just go out there and put it on there. Mix it together, and if you get little sugar ants inside your house, the little black sugar ants, you just put it in like the cap of a water bottle or a soda bottle, put that mixture in it, and just set it like wherever the little trail is at. They'll be gone. Give it a couple days and they're gone. Okay, cool. Thanks, Grumpy. You guys, we've been here for 2 hours. Can you believe it? 2 hours. That's the longest I've stayed on alive. I wonder how much battery I have left on my phone. I can't see the battery. Let's see. Lisa, if I could pass it through my TV or phone, I would make you one. Hope you like instant coffee. See, do you have any other hobbies besides crochet? I have other stuff that I like to do. I wouldn't necessarily call them hobbies. Time flies when you're talking about bugs. Yes. Oh my goodness. No spiders, ants, slugs, and yarn fluff. Yep. Nothing gets no seams. You're probably right about that. You crocheted an Oogie Boogie last year, and some people told me to fill it up with polyfill and bug toys. Bug toys? I mean, toys that look like bugs, because the thing eats bugs in the show? I'm assuming, because I haven't seen that one either. Yarn shopping and pattern buying is also my hobby. Pattern buying, I could see that as a hobby, yes. They eat it and blow up. What yarn is back at Michael's? I'm out of the loop. I don't know, Sue. I haven't looked. I am completely out of the loop. I have been just playing with my chenille brights. Posh and Baby Bear. I need a couple of colors, Mary. That's all I need, is just a couple of colors. Believe it or not, I've used almost all my white in the chenille brights. I only have the one mint left, and I have to use that on the little scrumps. Need and want, same with yarn. Yes, Susan, I agree. Who doesn't need yarn, Mary? Grumpy showed us your stash. Yep, Sue, he did. We saw your stash. What hook size for chenille? Well, it depends. What chenille are you using? If you're using like this, just chenille from Dollar Tree, then I use a 4 with this. If you're using like Parfait Chunky that has that same kind of feel, depends on your tension. 4.5, 5, 5.5. Oh, it was a great video, Sue. More yarn. Oh, and look, more yarn. Isn't it, Denise, her stash, Sue's stash is big. Almost, well, if I included like my cottons and acrylics with what I have been actually working with, then mine is huge too. But if I just do this, it's kind of like a Walmart aisle. Very low yarn. Is it raining over here? I don't know. I have the blinds closed. It was earlier. You might be hearing the AC thing just kicked in and it was kind of loud. He did, including the bathtub, Sue. See, having yarn everywhere makes it seem like less. Well, yeah, because you don't see it all together. Yeah, I would definitely see where it would look like you didn't have much. And then you forget about things that you have when it's not all together. Or if you can't get it out of the box, you forget that you have it. Just keep practicing, Tracy. They'll get there. The more you do it, the better you get. All right, you guys. I am going to say good night. You're waiting for the Premier Summer Sale so you can grab some Tide. Is it going to be included? Lorraine, is it going to be included? Hi, Ariel. It better be. Gosh, I hope so. Okay, so we're going to say goodnight, and we'll see you guys on Sunday. So see you later.